Hey guys, thanks for stopping by our channel. We've been getting some awesome feedback from not just the ALS community, but the entire disability community as a whole. So, thanks. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and smash the subscribe button.
Like he said, make sure you subscribe below, and let's take it away for cough assist and suction. We have what is called a VOCSN ventilator. VOCSN stands for, V is for ventilator, O is for oxygen, C is for cough assist, S is for suction, and N is for nebulizer. So this machine actually replaced 3 of our machines we used to travel with, the cough assist, suction, and ventilator that Kevin needed, not even on a daily, but on a minute by minute basis. So now we just travel with one machine, which is super convenient. And we're gonna go over a couple of the functions. So while you're with Kevin and you'll hear some of his famous phrases, you won't freak out when I turn this machine on.
Cough assist, please.
All right, let's do this. So if you were tuned in a week ago, well, maybe 2 weeks ago, depending on when we were at this, you remember what's in the bag? The number one thing is a bag of cough assist tubes. So we actually get these sent in a large box full of a tube that is in a giant coil, and then we cut them into sections, and it is marked out. And we put the connector piece is a separate piece, and it comes in white, clearish, and blue. So they both are really universal connectors. You can see 2 of them on Kevin's trach already, and they actually hook onto the trach itself too. So
Corrugated tubing?
Corrugated tubing, yeah. It is, you'll see it has a nice rippling to it, and that actually helps hold the secretions inside and keep it from going all the way through to the vent too. So it's beneficial. Plus it's great for crafting. Think of all the things you can make with a whole bunch of tubes. Just rinse them out. Great for the kids.
Gross.
Don't knock it till you try it, Kev. Alright. So, I hope he wasn't really being serious. He needed this quickly because I'm taking my time. We got our extra tube ready. I'm going to get the settings ready on the VOCSN, which are super simple. You just hit therapy, C for cough assist, and it'll bring you to a free screen that'll say start. So don't hit start yet, because it'll go ahead and suck everything right then as soon as you hit start. So you got to get this piece in place. Disconnect it from Kevin. Disconnect the HME from the connector. Add on your extra tube. I'll unvelcro it so it's easy. Connect to Kevin. And at this point, you can hit start. Right now, the VOCSN is breathing for him. So you can hear it breathing in and out. It's doing regular breaths, but when I hit start, it's gonna do the big breaths, and it's gonna do 5 of them. 1. So it's doing an inhale in and an exhale out. On the exhale is when the secretions usually come up. So I go ahead and crack it at the end, and it helps draw some of the room air out too, and it'll help actually give it more suction and get some of that end secretion out. So you can feel when it's about to come out, and then you can crack it right at the end.
This might look painful, but it actually feels good.
Yeah, it's like clearing your throat. Kevin's diaphragm doesn't work like the rest of ours. I usually give it a little extra shake on this, get some of the moisture out, flip it all around, gross people out, splash them in the face at a restaurant. It's funny. Good clean ALS humor.
Gross.
Who knew this was going to be the gross one? I thought this was going to be the easy one. Okay, getting him all set back up. And then another wonderful thing about the VOCSN is that it offers, it has the suction turn right on with the cough assist machine. So I only have to hit the start button for that, and then it'll run this for an extra minute too. So suction, also super easy. You start in the middle here and guide it along his teeth, like at the dentist office, to the back corner there. And then follow along the teeth to this back corner here. Super easy, just like at the dentist. And then you can hit stop if you don't want to listen to that. Or it'll time out itself too, which is another great feature on that. So that is cough assist and suction. A little bit of why we do both. Kevin's muscles do not work like ours do anymore, so when he needs to swallow secretions, he actually can't use his throat muscles like you and I. So those secretions pile up right on the cuff of the trach. So when we suction it, it just helps him from either drooling or going down the back of his throat. Cough assist, same premise. Doesn't have the lung muscles or the diaphragm muscles actually push and contract to cough. So it would be as if you are trying to cough, but you don't have the power to do that. So it's a great way for you to pull the secretions out of the lungs without using the inline suction. Kevin did not opt for the inline suction option on the trach. It would just be a matter of switching out a couple things, but he felt like, should I say it? He felt like there was a used condom hanging down the front of him, so now that is gross. Who knew this is gonna be a really gross video? So we did not do that. What that is another little suction tube that can go down into his lungs. I tried it a couple times when we first got the trach. I didn't like the sound of when they said it would hit. You could feel it hit in his lungs.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. That did hurt, and we didn't think that was the best option. And we have been really successful with the cough assist. He does it throughout the day, and it actually is great for helping expand his lungs and contract them. So I think even if he didn't need a cough, it would still be a really effective treatment for his lungs. I know we've heard some things about percussion vests or different techniques that people use, and we would always love to start this conversation. So feel free to put in the comments what your experience is with the cough assist, what your experience is with the trach, and let's keep this conversation going. So Kevin does do a lot of cough assist.
I'm a cough assist junkie.
He's a cough assist junkie. So we always have a bag of tubes that we carry with us in our backpack that always comes with us. And then we also keep a bag at the nightstand, so when Kevin goes to bed at night, I still have some to do overnight. Hopefully not all of them, but sometimes it's a lot. So, but when he's laying down, he does have a lot less secretions.
I love that shit.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube. You can't say that. Kevin, there's kids here.
I love that shit. Yeah, you can.
You can say that on YouTube. Alright. Say it.
I love that shit.
He loves cough assist. It makes him feel good. Also gross, because then you have, when you get done, you can see that all of the mucus that came out is down the tube. So we take these. These are disposable. The connectors we can keep, wash, reuse. We run them through the dishwasher. We
Gross.
It's gross. For the guy that never has to touch all this, it's really gross. So that was cough assist and suction 101. Stay tuned and subscribe and like below. We will be giving you more tips and tricks along the way for traveling and living with ALS. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you on our next video.
Deuces. Deuces.